Okay, so some basic info about the Modpack. I'm running Minecraft 1.20.1 and as you can see, I'm running the fabric loader. So I actually have a forged version of this Modpack, but as you can see, but the problem is that it was just a bit laggy, like the TPS was low and the FPS was averaging about 30, which is fine, but I ended up switching over to Fabric because it was just much smoother and faster to load. And there's a lot of similarities between the mods, and I might go into detail later, but I switched over to the Fabric because it was just too laggy. Okay, so my mod pack is actually built off the foundations of this mod pack, remarkably optimized by DealPickle66 that I found on Modrinth. So credit to their mod pack. I just added like a bunch of content mods on top of this performance enhancing mod pack to make my mod pack. So credit to them. Okay, just gonna quickly show my world seed as I stand laggily in winter. There you go. Yeah, just keep in mind that biome and structure mods would definitely affect the seed, but if you download the exact mods that I have, it should be okay. Okay, just wanted to mention that I'm using Prism Launcher, which is a Minecraft launcher where you can add your Microsoft account and have different instances with different mods and versions, which is really helpful compared to the vanilla Minecraft launcher. And I just wanted to go through the settings of my instance. So you can see here that I have an interesting named Java Edition. Um, and I actually found this off a GitHub page that was discussing more ways to improve performance. And I'll put a link to that down below. So yeah, you can see I'm also using 8 gigabytes of RAM, no Java arguments, because my laptop is 16 gigabytes of RAM. And you can see I haven't really changed anything else, and I have, as I mentioned, 0 Java arguments. Okay, so I just wanted to delve into some of the more important mods in my mod pack, and definitely Fabric Seasons is the most important one. Gives the season system in Minecraft. Fabric Seasons extras gives some more stuff like season calendar, season sensor. I think I might be wrong, but there's also different compatibility mods for all my different mods in there as well. So now I just want to take a look at the config file. You can see here that I've actually changed the winter length to be a bit longer. And you can see here all the different settings I have. I think most of these are default, but important one to know is that I made winter a bit longer. And this is in ticks, by the way. So that would mean that winter is now 30 Minecraft days and the other seasons are 28 days. So that's the small difference there. And yeah, all the other settings are here for you to see. I'm not sure which ones I've changed, but if you want to keep it as similar to mine as you want, yeah, it's all there for you. Just go and take a look. Okay, so two more important mods. First one is the Fossilful mod, and the second one is the Scorchful mod. And these basically add temperature to the game through extreme cold and extreme heat temperatures. So I just wanted to take a look at the config. I don't think I changed too much, but the reason why I picked these mods was because I wanted to add temperature to my seasons. So winter will be cold, and obviously summer will be hot, and there will be penalties if you stay out too long in those extreme conditions, such as heat stroke and frostbite. And of course, they add a bunch of items and the whole system around it, which is good as well. But like I said, I don't think I changed too much in these configs. But here, you can take a look for yourself to see if there's anything that stands out. But I definitely recommend these two mods. Okay, third important mod is the Spice of Fabric mod, which basically is a mod that rewards you if you turn on carrot mode for the variety of food you eat, but if you keep eating the same food, your nutrition will go down. So yeah, now I just want to jump into the configs. So you can see here there are a lot of different configs, and a lot of them are pretty confusing. Now the first ones are to do with respawn. So the most important thing to note is that I did turn on the carrot mode, which basically gives you more hearts for more food, more types of food that you eat. And the two things that I changed are, so when I die and when I respawn, the history will be reset, meaning that the mod will think that I have eaten 0 foods, right? And the carrot mode also resets, which means if I already have gained hearts from eating a big variety of food, they will reset down to the base level again, which is lower than the normal base level in vanilla Minecraft of, I believe, 10 hearts. So that's basically what that means. I've turned reset history to true, and I've turned reset carrot mode also to true. And you can see here that the other things are the same, so the saturation and the hunger and all the things above it are the same. Now if you go down to food, most of this is the same. I didn't change any of it except for the history length, which I changed from 20 up to 22. Just a small change. Now the most important thing is actually this carrot mode. So you can see here that the default formula, okay, first of all, it's a math formula. I know, looks super confusing. I just put it into AI and told it, what the history, the context are around it, and it helped me through. So if you're having trouble, use AI. But I'm gonna try to explain it now. So the default is that basically before you eat any foods, you have the base health of 0.6, which means you have 6 hearts out of your 10 when you first start a world. And then, if you eat 2 new foods, I believe, 2 new foods, you gain 2 health, which is 1 heart. Now, you have the log 2 function, which means that would double every time. So then, to gain another heart, to get 8 hearts, you need to eat 4 types of food, and then 8 types of food, and then 16, and then 32. So I thought that was too hard. So I changed the formula to get to my formula. So my formula says when you first start a new world, or when you die and you reset the carrot mode, you start off with 4 hearts, right? And then I changed it so for every 8 foods, you gain 4 health, which is 2 hearts, and that's a set number, like a linear growth. There's no log function, there's no exponential. It stays that for every 8 foods you eat, 8 new foods that you eat, you gain 4 hearts, and that's what my formula is basically saying. And yeah, I've kept everything else the same below that. I just kept max health to be infinite. You're not gonna reach infinite, but the max health is infinite, and that is the health formula that I used right there. So yeah, if as I said before, I put this mod in about halfway through my mod pack. So if you watched my seasons video, then you would have realized that my health actually dropped dramatically after day 70 when I added this mod in. And below that, I enabled some items. I actually haven't used them, so not too important, but definitely pay attention to the carrot formula and look into that, because that's where the carrot mode can be either super OP or normal or super hard. For me, I think I made it fair, but maybe to some other people, they may see it as OP. But that depends on who you are. Just look into that formula and change it to what you want. Okay, so I just wanted to mention the fourth and fifth most important mods in my mod pack. So you can see here I'm on my notes, and sleep earlier is a mod that basically allows you to change the time you are able to sleep. And I wanted it to make it so that you can sleep earlier in the warmer seasons, but in the colder seasons you have to sleep later. And the reason why I did this was because I wanted to make it harder and more longer during the night, during the colder seasons, that I have to play through more of the nighttime to make it more interesting. And time control is probably the fourth most important mod. Sleep earlier was the fifth, but time control is very important. As you can see, it allows you to change the length of day and night depending on the season, which is insanely useful. So for spring, I made it to have, pretty long days and pretty short nights. For summer, I made it the longest days, 1200 seconds, which if I do my math right is 20 minutes, and very short nights, right? For fall, I made days significantly shorter and the night double as long. And then for winter, I went crazy. I made it super short days, right? 10 minute days, and 2600 seconds, which is more than 40 minutes, I think. So super long nights, and combined with the sleep earlier mod, basically makes it so that I can't skip through the night early. So yeah, you can see the time control night mod here, and if I go up, I also have the sleep sooner mod. So there you go, both very important mods. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly go through some more important mods that I have not mentioned yet outside of my top 5 must-have mods. Antique Atlas. This mod basically gives you a stylized, like, rustic map. My thinking was that I didn't want to use, a basic minimap and full screen map mod because that would be too overpowered, and I wanted to have as least GUI as possible. So that's where this mod comes in. Better Combat is a very nice, again, stylized mod. Basically just makes combat in Minecraft way more fluid, way more fun, I guess. But yeah, fun to watch and fun to look at whilst you are fighting mobs without changing the combat system as much as, say, like the Epic Fight mod does on Forge. Better and then Better Never, just, very high quality good mods that overhaul both the Never and the End. And they're technically fabric only, unless you use some other system to integrate it, like other mod. Better Third Person is actually really nice. Basically, it makes you so that you are not locked in to your back view when you're in F3 mode. So basically, you have independent camera rotation, as the description says, which is very helpful for when you are just using the F3 mode and you don't like it that you're locked in. This helps you unlock it. Biomusic mode I basically just used to reduce the music duration between tracks, and that's about it. But it also has like pitch shift, random pitch shift, and it also has it so that you can have more tracks playing in certain situations. Now, camera utils is also another helpful mode. Basically, it allows you to change the rotation, tilt, and the distance of your camera between you and the camera. So it's very helpful for especially that F3 mode when you're on like a ship or a plane and you want it to be more further away, the camera. Camera overhaul basically adds like camera effects, like make it more realistic and immersive, such as when lightning strikes near you, the camera shakes, or when you're flying in a light show, your camera tilts along with your character, and when you jump, your camera tilts and so forth. Very nice mod. Cave Dust adds dust and just makes caves more immersive. Chimes, I just really like wind chimes. Seatov adds big villages. My favorite and the main reason why I got it was the winter village, which I still need to find, but very nice villages. Comforts, I use it for sleeping bags. Create, I haven't used it as much in my mod pack, but I know that I will definitely use it a lot more in the future. Very high quality mod, obviously everyone knows about it, you know. Croptopia I actually added later in, but I just wanted more seeds, plants, and trees for my upcoming greenhouse. Dehydration, I just wanted to make it more difficult. Why not? Deeper Oceans actually is very nice mod. So as the description says, oceans are now triple as deep as vanilla, which is just really, really cool. And they really go down. Like they go down to negative y-axis values, which is crazy cool. I also have Nature Compass and Explorer Compass to help me find biomes and structures easier. I mentioned Fabric Seasons, Fabric Skyboxes for certain resource packs that I will show you later on. Falling Leaves for more immersion. A bunch of performance mods like Ferrite Core, for example. Friendly Fire so that I don't hit my wolves accidentally. Also, I have Friends and Foes to add, expired mobs that did not make it in the village mod pack. Guard villages just make villages better AI, and also they add guard villages. Immersive aircraft is one that I use a lot. It adds planes, airship, muscle powered gyroplane I think it was called, but just really, really cool transport that allows you to quickly move between places in a stylized way, Iron Chest, Iris for shaders, Iron Chests for bigger storage, just a really cool mob that allows your wolves to lie down. Modern Fix is very important for making your performance like way better. So I definitely recommend that mod. Particle Rain is helpful to make it more stylized rain. All the biomes we've gone is like my favorite biome mod because it's a sequel to the old biomes Your Go mod, which is a really nice mod. So I also have, as you can see, sodium, bunch of sodium extra stuff. Very helpful mod for just making your game so much better performance wise. Bunch of snowy mods to focus again on winter. Snow Real Magic is probably the most important mod there. It just makes snow more immersive, layer up, and yeah, the physics of snow just a lot better. I also have Spell Engine for spells. Terralift. Yeah, that's about it. I also have a bunch of Young's Betters mods, and yeah, those mods I think are the ones that stand out, but you can take a look at the full list here anyways. Okay, for the last part of the video, I just wanted to take a look at my shaders, settings, and resource packs. So you can see here my shader packs. Complementary Reimagined is probably the most performance heavy mod pack, but it's also like the most generally good looking mod pack. And then on top of that, I also have the Epoch shader, which replicates VHS style, like old film stuff, and it's really nice stuff. Makeup Ultra Fast is another good shader that I use. Less performance heavy, still looks really good though. And then I have photon shaders, which is like, I think, a based off complementary imagine, but it just has superior lighting in my opinion. But all of these shaders are really good for their own purposes. Okay, just gonna quickly speed through my settings. Basically decent render distance, but the rest I just wanted as much performance as I can get. Also, I do have dynamic lights. I have basically darkness at pitch black because I just like as dark as possible. Again, culling, dynamic FPS, and all of this stuff I haven't really changed. Just a lot of culling. But yeah, 10 render distance, but the rest I went for basically as much performance as possible without impacting gameplay too much. And I love to have GUI as big as possible as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through my resource packs for the final part of this video. But before I do that, I have to mention that, as you can tell, the track Far is playing in the background at like a pretty big pitch up. So that's part of the Biomusic mod that I mentioned earlier that has random pitches. Anyways, because I'm in winter right now, I have 2 winter resource packs. I have a snow biome, white leaves and grass, just makes it look better. And I have a snowy pores, which basically just puts pores in the snow during winter, or just any snowy biome. I have the Starry GUI, and if you've been paying attention to the seasonal video, you might realize that I actually swapped out my GUI halfway through the video. I originally had the overgrown flowery hotbar, but I switched it over to the Starry GUI hotbar. I also have the low on fire, just makes fire less annoying. I put in the resource pack that makes spiders less creepy. Yeah, the rest are just like default stuff that just came with the mods and just resources for the mods. Because I was using shaders, I actually disabled the Better Sky mod, but usually I have that on. It just gives a beautiful blue sky. The Grimdark sky is good as well, but it just makes things pretty laggy. It's pretty performance heavy. But yeah, I think that's about it. That's my Modpack. Make this video, and yeah, a few of you have been asking me information about the Modpack, so I thought I would make this video. Sorry if I was rambling on. Today was a busy day and my mind's kind of a mess, but hopefully I was able to concisely enough deliver what my mod pack is, information about it. And in terms of part 2 of the Minecraft season video coming out focusing on winter, that's gonna take a while. I've been super busy with college, university recently, and other stuff, so it's gonna take a few months, especially because I can't skip through night in winter now. So winter is just gonna take a very long time to get through. That video is gonna take at least a few months to come out. But other than that, yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.